Today is September 1st, 2020, and an incredible, significant, meaningful day for me, for many reasons. Everything leading up until today, this roller coaster ride that really began over 2 years ago, and just the evolution of my fight, my journey, my existence, myself, everything. It begins today, and I feel like this big light shined down on me, and I actually woke up very hopeful and happy despite having had a rough couple of months. I think it's being the angst of knowing what was ahead. Getting to September and beyond September has always been, in my mind, the goal, to live my life well and be here beyond September. So here we are, September 1st, and I look back at really since I got the news that my cancer was back and recurrent and very aggressive, and also hearing not only the diagnosis but the prognosis that without any treatment I shouldn't expect to live beyond September. Through the past several months, there have been some life-changing things. The shift from work, letting go of work, embarking on taking the reins to finding a way to heal myself. And when I say heal myself, I always want to say not to cure myself, but to heal my mind, my spirit, and my body. In any case, I'm kicking off my daily video blog beyond September, and the intention is set to create and document, write, share, and help anybody who has experienced or who is experiencing, who may experience some of the things that I've encountered over the past few years. I was at UC Irvine this morning with full intention of continuing on with this clinical trial, despite the fact that I was feeling very apprehensive about some of the side effects, some of the challenges that I've had recently, even just getting qualified. I do believe in signs and I trust my gut. It has just been one disaster after the other. Feeling a bit tired of even going through the motion of getting everything done and enduring, a lot of, I don't want to say suffering, but a bit of suffering, and a reminder that, this clinical trial was an opportunity that presented itself. But it kind of hit me today that this is not a curative option. It is just to prolong, fingers crossed that if the drug is effective, that I will be able to buy a little bit more time. And I think that's what I've been struggling with the most, and then having to deal with the nuances of, daily treatment, daily visits to the hospital, driving back and forth, juggling, the calendar has been overwhelming. I went down today to do what was supposed to be a surgical biopsy, not because they needed to qualify that I had cancer, but for the drug company, it was a requirement that they have certain pathology available to them, and I didn't have enough samples that were good at MSK, which I recently did a biopsy there, and then also from the surgical biopsy that I did in Burbank. So I went in and I opted not to have surgery and go for the biopsy just in the office, which probably wasn't such a good decision, and struggled with that a little bit today. Was in a lot of pain, and then just kind of I hit my threshold and I threw the towel in, and I just realized I had enough, and I decided just to withdraw from the clinical trial. I did so because I have also been thinking about really wanting to live my life beyond September, and knowing that really there is only one curative option to heal my body, and that being the radical full pelvic exoneration surgery. I was very fortunate to meet Dr. Jill Sang, and she is an angel that was brought to me, I know, without a doubt. I kept on questioning why this clinical trial came about, and the second reading of the MR opened up this door for this clinical trial, and then it didn't work out for New York, but it brought me to UC Irvine, somewhere where I would have never gone to in the first place. Turns out Dr. Sang is a surgeon who was trained and mentored by Dr. Sonoda at Memorial Sloan Kettering, the best surgeon in the country for this type of surgery, and I think hands down what I've been told is he's the best surgeon in the world for this type of surgery. And I had, even last week I sent him an email asking if he would come to California to maybe do the surgery for me, because the thought of flying to New York and trying to, if I should decide to have the surgery, the logistics of being away from home and my son and all that was just going to be too much. So Jill shared with me today, Dr. Jill, that, I knew that Dr. Sonoda had mentored her, but I did not know that she trained directly with him for over 4 years. And it became very clear to me, after the past couple of weeks and few weeks trying to get into this clinical trial, it was just like the heavens parted, and I knew what my answer was. And I never felt that clarity. There was always hesitation with Dr. Friedman. Not that I don't respect him or I don't think that he would do a good job. I'm sure he's an amazing surgeon, but there was something about Dr. Jill that I knew, and just her consideration of me and some of the things that was very difficult for me to discuss with Dr. Friedman. It just came more easily and put me, I was able to connect a bit more with Dr. Jill, and I made the decision. Crazy enough, I did not go down there with the intention of making any decision, but it was clear to me that I was ready, that I had, I took all this time from February until now to decide that I want to move forward with the radical surgery. I know what it looks like and what it's supposed to be like afterwards, and I accept all of that. It is a bit daunting, it's downright frightening, but I know I'll bounce back, and I know I'm healthy. I know I have the capacity to heal my body, and I've been working very hard to heal my mind and my soul. And I think, without a doubt, I know that I have full faith that I'm in good hands with Dr. Sang. And so officially I withdrew from the clinical trial, and I signed a consent and am moving forward to schedule surgery as soon as possible with Dr. Jill. It's very critical, the window, I've always been told the window's closing, you're not going to have this option come down the road. So I feel like the timing is now, and this is how it was supposed to be. Everything is as it should be. And I am actually happy. I'm actually very excited and optimistic and looking forward to just getting the ball rolling with this surgery so that I can move on. And it's not a temporary fix. And granted that the odds of this surgery, I think what I've been told by everybody is, this type of surgery is generally about 25% of the population has no reoccurrence of disease. But from what Dr. Sang told me today, in my health and my condition, my age, and also the local isolation of the disease right now, although it is progressing, makes me a better candidate and probably ideal for a better outcome, which means that beyond of a flip of a coin, I could be cured and have the luxury of more time to watch Enzo grow up and to be of service and to live my life in a way that I never dreamed imaginable, to be happy and to feel free and to finally get it, to finally see so clearly and to never doubt my priorities in my life, and putting myself first for once in my life. It's a good feeling, and I want to be around, and I cherish every single moment and every single day. And I'm just very blessed. I've got some big ambitions, and today is the perfect day to kick it all off. I'm going to do all of the things that I set out to do. I will write my book. I will be here for Thanksgiving, and I will be here for Christmas. I'm going to share my experience and my journey to help others along the way, to ease the fear and to give hope, and even if it's just to affect one person that needs a hand to get through the day. That is my purpose, and I know that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and I am very grateful that I have been given so much and have such an incredible tribe of people carrying me, supporting me, my team of doctors, my tribe at work, my dearest friends, and even complete strangers that have just stepped in and given. I just want to be able to give back and pay it forward. So today has been a very emotional day, but a very good day. Also, I'm sitting in my garage, which I'll let you see. It's kind of, yes, it is, because they're building it finally. This was intended to be an apartment for Lorenzo, so he could always come back to this house should anything happen to me. I wanted him to always be able to come back to the house and be here whenever he wanted. And the visualization, and I've been struggling with this, and finally I just pulled the trigger and I signed a contract, and I've got the most incredible team of people coming in here that are going to turn this around and make it into a beautiful haven for Lorenzo and for me, and for the future. So I'm really excited, and I feel like the universe is finally letting up, and it's all really good and positive. So that was my day. That is my spiel for today. Onwards.